Okay, so next speaker is online. It's David Perez from University of Evora. Hello, David.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
So David's going to be talking about advancing collaborative nematology research through social media, insights from active plant nematologists. Thank you, David. The floor is yours.
Thank you. So, can you see it in full screen?
It's coming. Yeah.
Okay, great. So hello everyone. Today I will talk about the benefits of social media to establish collaborative networks that can help you advance your research and give you a very specific example of active plant nematologists. But what are the actual benefits of using social media when you are a scientist? So social media are platforms where you interact with people, right? So there are great ways for you to meet potential employers, mentors, and collaborators. And so essentially to expand your network, you can also interact with peers with whom you can discuss current trends in your field, even pave the way for new research topics eventually, and or just simply to share publications. And some studies have shown that there is a positive correlation between collaborative papers and a high number of citations. So these social media can also help you maximize the impact of your research. And since some funding bodies now give priority to international collaborations, it makes sense that generating outputs that have a direct impact on society, either through policy making or simply by closing the gap between scientists and the general public, can actually increase your chances of getting funded, because people want to know where their taxes are being applied and what they are actually funding in terms of science. So how and what is active plant nematology? The group was created as a natural response to the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, as a way to stay active with fellow nematologists worldwide. So we actually met online on Twitter, and these are the active faces of the group. But more people were involved from the get-go in one way or another, and you can see them on our website. There will be a QR code at the end that you can scan if you are interested. So upon creating the group, we quickly realized that a lot of people were very interested in what we were doing and asking to join our Slack workspace. And so we rapidly increased or expanded our network that way. And during lockdown, we frequently organized virtual meetings, ensuring that we convened at least once every month. And these meetings served as a platform for us to discuss how we could serve the nematology community at that very specific point in time, and even beyond that. So naturally, in the first 2 years of existence, that involved mostly webinars, because conferences were either being canceled or postponed. And so we held to date 2 webinars sponsored by Adama, and the second one had a very high participation. Oops, sorry. You lost the full screen, right? Hello?
Yes, full screen. Oh,
okay,
no, not anymore.
Sorry.
No, you've gone, David. It's on. It's not full screen anymore.
Sorry. Is it back on now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. So I was saying that the second webinar that we held was or had a very big audience, over 500 participants worldwide, and it also included 2 student competitions. And as you can see at the top right corner, students in India receiving their prizes from Adama. So to further maximize our impact, we also printed some flyers that were distributed at the NSSA symposium back in 2021 in South Africa. And as a team, we also published our very first review together this summer. The group was also represented at the ONTA meeting in Egypt back in September, where I had the opportunity to present about this very topic in the education and training session. And last but not least, Last October, we also joined forces with the Young Nematologist Network to co-organize the second edition of the Virtual Nematology Conference that was generously sponsored by the European Society of Nematologists. And we were not only involved in everything that was happening backstage, but we also were responsible for organizing and inviting speakers to for two parallel workshops that happened during the last day of the event. So that's just an example of how you can use social media to your benefit and how these collaborative environments can help you advance any questions you may have, either through research or otherwise. So I want to thank you all for listening, and if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer.
Thank you very much, David. It's really good to see a lot of energy being shown with young nematologists and keeping the discipline alive. It's really encouraging that these networks exist. And thank you very much for all your activities. Does anyone have a quick question they want to ask David before we move on? Okay, well then, just to say thank you again for the nice talk, and do keep up the good work because it's very important. Okay.
Thank you very much, Matthew.